There's fire on the mountain in Edo State for the governor of Edo State because, the PDP in the state are actually giving him a tough time because, of course, there's nobody that would be in his position that would not have his own people that would want to support him and help him to, get the state to the promised land. And if the wrong set of people are the ESCOs or perhaps the executive in the party, it will be really difficult for him because they are going to give him a difficult time. Remember, it was PDP who actually picked the governor Obaseki the last minute, just when they were about to get their candidate for, the election in Edo State, and somehow it was Obaseki that came to them, and he was actually the person they picked, leaving out all others that were actually there before. And to them it is a favor that they have done for him, so they expect him to pay back. But of course, I believe he must have been paying back, but somehow they just believe that some of those people that were supposed to run on that race, that were asked to step down for him, actually want something. And somehow some of them have a lot of those people as their backups in the party, their delegates and all of that. So it's making it really difficult. But guess what? In this very report, PDP has made things more difficult for Obaseki, because right here it is Obaseki versus PDP ESCO. And, Idahosa is saying that these are the things that actually drove some of them out of PDP in 2004. And the same thing is repeating itself. Anyway, guys, more details in this very report, but ensure you subscribe, give this video a thumbs up, and turn on the notification bell so that you can get updated anytime we drop a new video. So, alright guys, without further ado, let us dive right into the details of this report, as it says that Chief Charles Idahosa, former commissioner for information in Edo State and a chieftain of the People's Democratic Party (PDP), in an interview speak on the brewing crisis between Governor Godwin Obaseki and some leaders of Edo PDP, and offers way forward on the petition of Edo's chairman of PDP, Anthony Aziegbemi, to the national chairman, Uche Secondus, to stop Governor Godwin Obaseki from dissolving the state executive and problems in the party. I was present at the meeting they mentioned in the letter. It is rather unfortunate that the state chairman of the party, who was present at the meeting, went back to call another meeting of their own group and narrated to them what they wanted to hear. Unfortunately, he didn't give them the true picture of what happened. He claimed there were only 3 at the meeting, and those who came with Obaseki were 10. That is not correct. Both sides and equal representations at the meeting. 5 were from the other camp and 5 were from that of Obaseki. The other 3 people that were there were what we call statutory members. These are the governor, deputy governor, and secretary to the state government (SSG). They didn't come as members of any group. So the 5 people that came from the old APC and the PDP people were equal. Unfortunately, Dan Obi, the South National Vice Chairman, didn't turn up for the meeting. We knew he was in town. He knew that Tom Ikimi, former Minister of External Affairs, Chief Mike Igiadome, former Chief of Staff to the President and former Deputy Governor of Edo for 8 years, has been completely ostracized. They are broken into 2. What the governor wanted to do was to balance it. That was why he called Obi and others, but they refused to come for the meeting. Chief Lucky Igbenedion, a former governor of Edo State, was invited to the meeting too, but he called in and said he was in South Africa and couldn't make it. So, for the Edo PDP chairman to claim that they were ambushed at the meeting because they had just 3 members, while the governor has 10 members with him, is not correct. During the meeting, the governor said he has been unable to form his cabinet and he is not happy about it because the public is waiting. When he joined PDP, A lot of people came with him from APC, the state ESCO, local government chairman, and many people joined him in PDP. The same as Yegbeni said, immediately the governor joined PDP, that they had run out of membership cards because over 120,000 people from APC joined them. They were even asking for more cards from Abuja. These same people were shut out of power for 12 years in Edo State and were nowhere to be found. Adams Oshomole got power drunk and denied Obaseki the APC ticket, and that was why we ended up in PDP. Most importantly, I joined the PDP at its foundation in 1998. Most of the people calling the shots in PDP now were not in PDP when I was there. I was a leader in PDP in 1998. I was a member of the national committee that organized the convention in Jos that produced Olusegun Obasanjo as PDP presidential candidate. Our anchorman was Ambassador Yahaya Kwande. He was our coordinator, and we stayed in his place in Jos for 2 weeks ahead of convention. Emeka Ihedioha, Doyin Okukpe, Chris Maman, and Oyema Ugochukwu were with me then. Coming back to Edo State, I organized the first primary in Edo State that took Senator Roland Owe and Idahosa to House of Representatives in 1999 in the premises of Dr. Samuel Osaigbovo Ogbemudia. So this same way that you seen them doing, trying to usurp power, is exactly what drove us out of PDP in 2004. I resigned as commissioner in 2004 and joined Tom Ikimi, Lai Mohammed, and other well-meaning Nigerians to form Advanced Congress of Democrats, ACD, with the late Alex Anielo as chairman. That party today is what has become the All Progressive Congress, APC. That was another lie on allegations that most APC members that defected to PDP with Governor Obaseki have refused to register at their wards. That was another lie from them. When Obaseki was in APC, I said if he was forced out of the party, I would follow him to any party he goes to. I followed Obaseki to PDP secretariat to pick his form. The next day, I registered in my ward and the picture was everywhere. How can they now claim that we didn't register in our wards and we have not been attending meetings? Since we joined PDP, we have been having problems. All the people that came with us from APC are not holding any position. They said they already constituted their ESCO. And about our people that came, in other words, I, Chelsea Dahosa, cannot produce a councillor in my ward. The governor from Ward 4 in Oredo cannot produce a councillor because the delegates that will choose councillorship candidates are all PDP. No person that came with Obaseki from APC to PDP can have any political ambition to be anything. That is why we are saying let's harmonize. It's a very big challenge, and I know this is exactly what the PDP are going to do. But it's a pity because the general election is just close by. And if all of these people decide to move back to APC or any other party, it's definitely going to affect them. But I believe they can work this out and let them work it out and not make it a punishment to the president, to the governor of Edo State. Well, my people, that is it. Thank you so much for listening. Drop your comment and also give this video a thumbs up. Thank you for staying tuned. Do have a pleasant time. Bye for now.